Alright guys, we are back in my filthy garage again, which did get cleaned by my son, and then in the flurry of activity leading up to the car show, the Auto Metzi show in Denver, I kind of made a mess out of it again. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done a video, and so I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what those of you who have been following my video and watch my channel can already see. Call this episode The Red. I added a lot of red to the vehicle since I last did a video. And most of it was to bring all the various Abarth bits that we did not get here in the US. And I think I've got about as much of them as I'm going to be able to. As you can see, first off, I went ahead and ordered from the UK these parts. And this is the lower valence here piece that goes over the middle of the front spoiler. And came out pretty good. The next part is the tow eye cover. That I actually painted myself. Rather than pay the $50 or whatever it is for that little piece to have it, buy it and have it shipped here from England. I'm sure you guys already recognize the fender badges. That's from another video. And the engine cover, which I'll explain how that came about momentarily. The mirror caps. And that's where the story got kind of interesting, guys. Originally, I was going to paint the mirror caps myself, and I did. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it well here, but after 3 tries and probably almost 20 hours trying to get the paint right on these mirror caps, and I did use color matched to the right paint code and automotive grade paint and clear coat. But I just kept getting runs in the paint. And it seemed like no matter what I did, I ended up with runs. And there's also little imperfections camera may or may not pick up. That's a fingerprint. But there are small, let's see if it'll focus here. There are small little, bugs and dog hair or whatever else that just kept landing in it. No matter how careful I was. So finally, after all that work, I got frustrated, and I probably could have fixed these with some wet sanding and some buffing. But I just had got so frustrated after so many hours working with them that I went ahead and ordered the factory mirror caps from the UK. Now, on the bright side, because the paint, automotive grade paint and clear coat especially, is not cheap, on the bright side, I went ahead and used the other paint I had left to do the tow eye cover and to do my engine cover. And then a cheap eBay Abarth badge placed over the Fiat badge there. And masked it off, painted it, and came out nice. Really liked the way it came out, so at least that painting project actually worked out well. And I like it really well. I think it came out good. The mirror caps, obviously. Those are the factory ones, so those ones are good. Normally, guys, I would have done an install video. Show you guys how to install the mirror caps. The front valence here, that trim is really super simple and didn't feel like that required an install video. If you know how to put 3M trim adhesive onto something and stick it onto something else, and that's all that I really did. So you're really just, for all intents and purposes, double-sided tape the 3M trim adhesive and sticking it right on there, and it fits right into that slot perfectly. So there's really not a whole lot going on there. It's a very easy install. The mirror caps were a little more difficult, but certainly doable. Basically, all I did was take this trim tool, which I got in a kit at Harbor Freight for, I think it was $8. And it came with several different little pieces of trim tool that are nylon so you don't break things. And you go ahead and take it and push your mirror all the way in one side so you get some space. You stick this in here and gently pry. There's 3 ball and socket type things that are holding that mirror on and allow that mirror to move when you press the button. And basically you pop it off of those. Once that's out of the way, there's several clips on the back side of the mirror. As a matter of fact, I can show you that on my failed paint mirror project here. And if you look at the back of it, you can see the clips that you have to disengage once you have the mirror out of the housing there. Fairly simple, wasn't too difficult at all. Pretty easy job. The other things were, the toe eye. Obviously, that's designed to pop in and out real easy with a flathead screwdriver. So that was simple. The engine cover, not super simple. I did a 2 layers of base coat and 2 layers of clear coat on that. Then the one thing that I put on here besides that engine cover, that's not exactly euro-spec Abarth, is the stripe. And that was an eBay jobber, the 3M film though, and it's actually for the 500 Abarth. To my knowledge, no one else has put this stripe on the 124. Came out pretty well, but I gotta tell you, it was difficult. This was a very tedious thing to do. And frankly, if you have the money to pay somebody else who's a professional to do it, it might be worthwhile. But me and my son actually installed this, but it was tedious and there was a lot of swearing and a lot of tiny little mistakes that just drive you crazy. But it came out very nice. I really like the look of the stripe, particularly on the black car. And so that's about it, guys. These are the things that I have done to the vehicle since the last video. And again, I apologize for not having a install video like I normally would, or a tutorial. Oh, I did forget to mention, I did also paint the brake calipers. Just to add a little more color to kind of go along with the rest of the red. And they came out pretty good. I actually used the Duplicolor brush-on caliper paint. And I'll tell you, when I was doing it, I thought for sure it was going to come out terrible. It looked awful while I was doing it. Brush strokes and just looked miserable while doing it. But as you can see, they use some sort of self-leveling paint. Because after the second coat and letting it set for a while, I came back and looked, and lo and behold, they looked great. So, not a bad little kit. I believe the kit was about $20. And it is kind of, again, a process. It's nice you do not have to remove the brake calipers to do it. So you take your wheel off. You got to be careful brushing the paint on, and it will, I guarantee you guys, if you do it, it's going to look like it's going to come out horrible, and you're going to be angry. And but again, it's some sort of self-leveling paint that they use on that, and it is specifically for brake calipers. And if you're patient, it'll come out good. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. and let me know what you think about the modifications that I've done here on the Spider. I will be doing another video about the car show that I had her in today, the all Italian car show here in Denver, Auto Mezzi. Had a lot of fun there and saw some really great cars, and cars that I could only dream of affording. But I had a lot of positive response from this. A lot of traffic, a lot of folks checking it out, a lot of questions. People were very interested in the car. And a lot of people very surprised to know how little these actually cost. So tell me what you think, guys, of the red that I put on the vehicle. And let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy my videos, as always, hit like and subscribe. If you have any questions, guys, ask me down in the comments, and I'll try my best to get to them and answer them. And I'll see you next time.